before he was dominating box offices and drag strips. Before the world knew him as Dominic Toretto. He was just a determined kid with a dream, a deep voice, and a lot of hustle. He's driven tanks, fought aliens, raised babies, and even voiced a talking tree. This is the untold story of Vin Diesel, actor, producer, icon, and the living definition of ride or die. Vin Diesel was born Mark Sinclair on July 18, 1967, in Alameda County, California. He was raised in New York City by his astrologer mother and adoptive father, who worked in theater. Acting wasn't just a passion, it was practically in his blood. At age 7, he broke into a theater with his friends to cause mischief. Instead of calling the cops, the director gave him a script and cast him in a play. His early life was a mix of street smarts and stage lights. While his peers were still figuring out their ABCs, young Mark was learning stage cues and monologues. By his 20s, he was chasing Hollywood. But Tinseltown wasn't ready for him. Too ambiguous, too intense, too unique. So he took matters into his own hands. Vin Diesel. You might be wondering, where did Vin Diesel come from? Well, Vin comes from his stepfather's name, Vincent, and Diesel was a nickname his friends gave him because of his boundless energy, always charged up, always on the go. It fit, and it stuck. In 1995, frustrated with rejection, Vin wrote, directed, and starred in a short film called Multifacial, a semi-autobiographical story about a biracial actor struggling to find work. It was so powerful that it made its way to Cannes Film Festival, and even caught the attention of Steven Spielberg, who then cast him in Saving Private Ryan in 1998. Just like that, Diesel's Hollywood engine roared to life, becoming a star. In 2001, he took the wheel in The Fast and the Furious as Dominic Toretto, a street racer with a code of honor and a love for family. The role fit him like a leather glove, cool, mysterious, powerful. Then came XXX, The Chronicles of Riddick, The Pacifier, and even Guardians of the Galaxy, where he voiced Groot, a tree with only 3 words in his vocabulary. But Vin gave each "I am Groot" emotional depth. Only a true actor could make a tree lovable. Vin Diesel isn't just a blockbuster star, he's a social media giant. With over 100 million followers on Facebook, he became one of the most followed actors on the platform, even surpassing Hollywood legends. On Instagram, he shares family moments, movie updates, motivational quotes, and sometimes awkward dance videos. And fans eat it up. He's got millions of followers on Instagram and X, and he uses that platform to stay connected with his audience. Unlike some action stars, Vin doesn't chase the spotlight at wild Hollywood parties. He prefers quiet family dinners, gym sessions, and playing Dungeons and Dragons. Yes, this tough guy is also a proud fantasy geek. His lifestyle balances discipline and downtime. He trains hard, spends time with his 3 kids, and stays deeply connected to his roots. He also carries a deep sense of loyalty to his family, his friends, and his fans. Vin Diesel isn't just a pretty face with a bald head. He's a smart businessman. He founded One Race Films, his own production company, which co-produces many of the Fast and Furious films. He also launched Tigan Studios, a video game company, and Racetrack Records, a music label. A man of many passions and multiple revenue streams. As of 2025, his estimated net worth is around $225 million, thanks to his acting, producing, and business ventures. When it comes to cash flow, Diesel is running on premium. There have been many highs in Vin Diesel's life, being cast in Saving Private Ryan, landing his breakout role in Fast and Furious, getting his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2013. But the most emotional moment of his life came after the tragic death of Paul Walker in 2013. The two were more than co-stars, they were brothers. Vin even named his daughter Pauline in honor of Paul. He's since become the guardian of Walker's legacy, supporting the Paul Walker Foundation and keeping the spirit of family alive in every movie premiere, every speech, every tribute. Vin Diesel doesn't just give on screen, he gives in real life too. He supports various charities focused on children, education, veterans, and disaster relief. His work with the Paul Walker Foundation has helped preserve ocean ecosystems and promote youth empowerment. Vin doesn't make a big show of his charity work, but behind the scenes, he's constantly lending his fame to causes that matter. 1995. After struggling for years to land major roles, Vin wrote and directed Motivational, 1998, starring as Private Caparzo in Saving Private Ryan. 2013. On one hand, Vin was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, a recognition of his contribution to cinema and global influence. But later that year, he suffered a devastating loss. His best friend and Fast and Furious co-star Paul Walker died in a car crash. 2015. Vin welcomed his third child, a daughter. He named her Pauline in memory of Paul Walker. 2023. The Fast and Furious saga had hit its 10th installment, Fast X. Vin not only starred but also co-produced, showing just how far he'd come from auditioning for roles in the 90s. 2025. Vin Diesel is gearing up for Fast 11, rumored to be the final chapter of the saga. But retirement? Not even close. He's a man who built his empire one gear shift at a time. Every date tells a story, and every year took him closer to becoming one of the most beloved and bankable stars on the planet. Vin Diesel's legacy isn't just in cars or catchphrases, it's in the lives he's touched, the fans he's inspired, and the loyalty he's earned. He redefined what an action hero could be, tough on the outside, soft on the inside. He showed that you don't need hair to be cool, you don't need flash to be powerful, and most of all, you never turn your back on family. He's more than just Dominic Toretto. He's a father, a friend, a dreamer, and a doer. And he's not done yet. So whether you're a longtime fan or just discovering the legend, remember this. Vin Diesel is living proof that hustle beats hype, that passion fuels purpose, and that family is everything. If you enjoyed this story, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into iconic lives, and drop a comment below. What's your favorite Vin Diesel moment? Until next time, stay fueled, stay fast, and never forget where you came from.